What is up, bromosexuals? It's me, your boy, Small Cock Wonder, and today I want to tell you guys a story. Now trust me, before you click off, this story isn't like any other. It's got all the elements: lies, deception, talent, and most of all, love. And surprising as it may sound to some, this is no Timothy Chalamet Wattpad fanfiction. This is the story of Ernest Timmons. And who is Ernest, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. Ernest, he's an upstanding father, veteran, person, and most of all, pedophile. And while that word seems to be a trigger for a lot of people, hear me out. Ernest, he just isn't like the rest. He has talent and grace that the others can't even begin to understand. I can't even tell you why he doesn't have his own show in Vegas yet. And while Ernest, the Superman of pedophiles, may sound like an enigma to most, once I show you what this man can do, I think we'll all be able to agree he's something special. Let's get into it.
Here comes another suspect who will also try to play this as a big misunderstanding. He's 33-year-old Ernest Timmons, a mechanic for the United States Air Force. Calling himself Joketer34, he's been chatting online about having sex with a girl who tells him she's 13.
What do you want me to do?
Whatever you want. But I thought you wanted the real thing. Maybe you're just thinking with my head.
Are your panties sodden yet, boys and girls? That is merely the introduction to our biblical story of Ernest and his journey into a 13-year-old girl's pants. Now, I know we all heard what that bitch hoe had to say about Ernest and dinking. Dinking? Seriously? What do you take him for? A silly goose? Ernest is probably one of the most honest people in the whole pedophile community. You could trust him with your house, your wife, your taxes, but probably not your kids. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let's watch Ernest moves like Jagger in his next conversation with the 13-year-old girl. Watch and learn, baby.
Do you have a picture of your boobies I could see? Please?
I don't have my camera. You could bring one.
To do what?
I don't know.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The battle plan has been constructed. Who knows what is in the future for Ernest Timmons? Make sure your seatbelts are locked, because things are about to get a little crazy. We are about to see that talent I told you about. The claws are coming out. The beast from inside is about to be unleashed, uncaged. We're about to see Ernest in his prime.
Glad you can make it.
No idle chit-chat for this man. He wastes no time making it clear he wants to get busy.
Come sit down. I made some brownies. You want some?
Oh, no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, can we just go upstairs for a little bit?
Oh, let's just hang out here for a little bit. Why don't you sit down?
Okay. Why do you need to get going here a little bit?
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, actually, everything is just fine, but
Boobies?
I need you to have a seat right there.
Yes, sir.
Put the camera down. Just have a seat, please.
As you may be able to tell, things are getting pretty heated at the moment. But trust me, we haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg. Things are about to get saucy, and I don't mean in a good way.
Sir, my friend told me to come here to bring the camera and...
Your friend told you to come here.
Yes, sir.
And who's your friend?
A guy named Kevin.
And there we are, folks. The beans have been spilled. We finally meet our despicable nemesis, the mysterious Kevin. And while his motives may not be known, I can assure you, Kevin is a shady individual. Who would set up someone as glorious and innocent as Ernest? A real goddamn monster. That's who. And it is around this part in the video where Ernest's true powers are displayed. He's barely even tapping into his power, but we can finally see what drives him. His true talent is exposed. The condom is ripped off, showing the saggy foreskin that is Ernest's defense mechanism. I am of course referring to Ernest's ability to have perfectly mastered respiration in the body. He has it down pat, flawlessly. He can sweat like there's no tomorrow. I have no clue where he stores all of this water in his body, but he's like a camel. He just keeps going. It's insane.
We just met on the base.
So you were going to come in and you have your camera ready, and you say to the girl who you think is 13, or your friend thinks is 13,
I
that
don't
you want to
know
run
exactly.
you want to run upstairs because you only have a little bit of time. Do you see why this does not make sense?
Yes, sir. I perfectly. Why do you think I'm just as stunned as you are?
Well, you're stunned because you got caught. That's why you're stunned. Because I think you're telling a big fat lie to me right now.
I'm not telling you lies, sir.
It doesn't make sense.
I know.
As the Air Force mechanic sweats profusely, he reveals he's about to be deployed to Iraq.
What a goddamn plot twist. Honestly, it came right out of the blue for me. Like, I did not see that coming. I mean, he's being shipped off to Iraq? What? This raises so many questions. Are there sexy kids in Iraq? Is he going to take pictures of all of their boobies? Is he going to remember to bring the lotion? Who even knows at this point? And honestly, I love how narrator Chris Hansen even notices Ernest's ability. With the line, sweating profusely, like it's that apparent. He shines. It's disgusting. I'm sure he was in a puddle by the time he left.
I leave in about a week and a half.
And so you stopped by here for a quickie with a 13-year-old before you went over to Iraq?
No, sir. I was a joke.
It turns out the 33-year-old military man is married. His wife's picture is on the camera. Do you have kids?
I have a kid, yes.
You have a kid. How old is your kid?
She's 7.
Why would a man in the military, with a wife and child at home, come hustling nervous into this house with a camera and ask a girl you think is 13 to go upstairs to do what?
I don't know.
You don't know.
And once more, the plot thickens. Yet another twist and turn in the canon story of Ernest and a 13-year-old girl's panties. Things are starting to get nuts in here. Honestly, the lore is getting deeper as we speak. It's getting hard to even keep track. I mean, we have seen friendships be torn apart, love both form and die in seconds, betrayal of one who was thought to be a friend, who turns out to be a foe. Who can even tell what's going to happen next? Honestly, I love Ernest's little comment that it was just a joke. He was like, what type of joke is that? That's fucked up as hell. Like, you have a daughter. That's some Gen Z humor. Jesus Christ, man. You're gonna go see a 13-year-old girl as a joke? And then go see your tits? Like, damn. Remind me not to watch your Netflix special. That shit's gonna be sad as fuck.
No matter how implausible the man's story is, he sticks to it. Oh, here's something. You seem concerned about seeing those TV shows of people getting caught. Have you watched those shows?
No, sir.
Because you're about to be on one. I'm Chris Hansen with Dayline NBC. And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet kids online.
Oh, please, sir. I was told as a friend to come over. That was it.
And that's your story.
That's my story.
And you're sticking to it.
Yes, sir.
Now he'll get a chance to tell his story to the police.
Police department, down on the ground. Down on the ground. Let go of your camera, easy.
Yes, sir.
Let go, arms behind your back. Relax. Right up the sideline.
And apparently the police don't buy his story either. After he's arrested, police question him, and later he's brought before a judge who sets his bail at $50,000.
Even more evidence that we live in a corrupt society. This innocent man is put at risk to live the rest of his life rotting in a confined cell surrounded by true criminals, while Kevin lives another day in a free world where he can live and set up a more innocent like Ernest. We truly do live in a society. And this is how the video ends. I'd just like to say I did not edit any of this. I did not add this. I didn't add the music. I didn't add the titles. None of it. This is genuinely how they ended the video, and it is flawless. There's nothing wrong with this. It is the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. Definitely a wonder of the world, not a question about it.
Did you have sex, or are you a virgin? Do you want my dick in your ass? Just don't fall in love.
Well, after hearing those gorgeous words from our saint, it's hard not to fall in love. And Jesus Christ, he really died before even going to prison. Like, my God, man, that sucks. Okay, found this out while editing, but apparently Ernest did a softcore suicide while in jail and just stopped taking his meds, causing his demise. So, yeah, the story of Ernest Timmons has suicide in it. It really is like a Shakespeare novel, huh? But yeah, that's the end of the video. Link to the original, or at least my source for where I got this, in the description below. And thanks for watching. Home slice, keep it grooving, stay fresh. Oh yeah, and Kevin a bitch. Fuck Kevin.